right, you can start, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is your boy, Dangerous Duke.
And your boy, Stevie Jobber.
And welcome back to the Dangerous Jobbers podcast, just putting wrestling over one podcast at a time. This episode is a special episode because, as always, we highlight certain wrestlers that some people may not know about that they should know about. Now, we've highlighted quite a few of these wrestlers, special edition, because we actually have one of the wrestlers that we have highlighted on this podcast before as a special guest. Now, this man is a physical specimen. He is the Suplex Assassin, and he is the current MLW Openweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Alex Kane.
Hi guys, how you doing? That was a really good intro. That was a good intro.
Hey man, I had to show love because we've been a fan of yours for a little bit. We've been watching MLW here and there, and then we're like, wow, this dude is really good. So we had to highlight you. We had to show some love to you, and we're just so glad that we could get you on the show with us.
Thank you a lot. I do terrible. I'm terrible with compliments. Terrible with compliments.
It's all good, man. So I was actually at two of the three Philly tapings for MLW.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to see you win the title live. And so when I was looking back at everything, and I realized that professionally you haven't been on the scene that long. It said that you started in 2018.
Yes.
So I guess my first question is, seeing you live, it looks so natural for you.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think helped make you such a good talker? Because I know you did American Top Team,
Mm-hmm.
and you did amateur wrestling. But what do you think helped you so much on the mic? Because you're such a natural, like, charisma.
I think a lot of it has to do with growing up with like three brothers. So you constantly kind of having to like verbally defend yourself. You're also physically, but verbally defend yourself. I think definitely like I guess like the willingness to like really want to entertain. Like my whole life as a little kid, I always wanted to entertain people, whether I was good at it or not. I just wanted to do it. And then I think for a lot of guys, they overthink talking on the mic. A lot of guys overthink it. It's not, you don't have to go out there and cut an Austin 316 promo or, be MJF or anything like that. You just have to, kind of like have that conversation or that dialogue with the audience. I mean, they're definitely going to like react to you. You just got to say what you want to say and believe in what you're saying. And I believe everything that comes out of my mouth.
Wow. Yeah, I guess it is that hesitation. It seems so natural for you, but I guess you've been a fan of professional wrestling for a long time, so it makes it easier.
Yeah, I always try to like channel like The Rock, or I don't think I would be as good as The Rock or Steve Austin, but that's who I try to like channel when I'm speaking.
Okay, that makes a lot of the trash talk a lot easier to get. Yeah, especially from Austin. Before we talk about the MLW stuff, I know Duke had a really good question.
Yeah, so some people know about MLW and some people don't really know about MLW. It's kind of like one of those, I would say for me personally, it's one of those, yeah, it's like an indie company that's kind of like on the rise, like as it's going. So one of my questions for you was, for people that don't really know about MLW, what makes MLW something to watch or something to tune into as opposed to, other companies that might not be doing so hot?
I think the biggest thing with MLW is, I guess we call it hybrid wrestling, because there's literally, there really is something for everybody. There's something for everybody. And then like we take ourselves serious to a point, but we don't take ourselves so serious that like we won't do anything silly. You'll see what I'm talking about when the or has it already aired? Has it already aired? I'm just gonna say it. Fucking they just signed Microman.
That did air. Yeah.
Yeah, they just signed Microman. And like it's just stuff like that. It's like I don't think like a lot of these other companies would do something like that. Or they probably wouldn't pull it off as well.
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that. Like we know what we're doing. We're telling stories. You know, I think we present professional wrestling in a different way than like a lot of these other companies do. Like to me, like I know it's TV, but it kind of feels like if the UFC like went into professional wrestling in a way. If that makes sense.
Okay.
That's what it kind of feels like to me.
That's
like,
a good take on that.
We're not called like superstars. We're called fighters. Like, and that's what we are. Like, that's what we're trying to give you guys. And like one thing I always loved about MLW, even before I signed there, was like I feel like they skip a lot of the bullshit. You get to the action. You'll get the action and stuff. I love like the fact that we do like a lot of backstage stuff. We do a lot of we bring you into that world, and we also bring you the action in the ring.
Oh man, well, I'm sorry, dude. Say what you were gonna say.
No, I was gonna say that's actually a unique take. I've never even thought of that. The UFC, if the UFC got into wrestling, that's a pretty good take on that.
I mean, because no. Do we have a cage up and shit like that? No, but like that, that big fight, like presentation. I feel like fans get that with every show. Like, I mean, what is it like? 2 or 3 matches a show, 2 or 3 matches an episode. But like I feel like you always get that big fight, the big fight feel from each episode.
Yeah, there's always one fight you're definitely getting ready for. And you guys you included some like key people to bring in that kind of energy. Like you, Fatu, Tankman, who congratulations, because you just beat him and somebody else one of the teammates to retain the title. So I feel like you guys have a lot of those key people. Do you think since you debuted at Battle Riot and that was in Philly and I watched the first 3, I know you're from Atlanta.
Yeah.
And just as a funny question, there's a lot of Philly guys that go to Atlanta or like move to Atlanta. Do you think the reason you got so hot from the debut in that first like however many months that those tapings were, do you think the reception you got was so good from the fans because of that relation?
Actually, I always kind of wondered, because I remember like the first night I was there, like when I had that singles match with Butt Heavy, like they were cheering for like when I first came out. I mean, some people were booing, but that is what it is. Butt Heavy is over for some reason in Philly. But like I think, yeah, I guess I could kind of see that. I guess I can kind of see that.
Yeah, because I remember the when I went for Fightland and War Chamber. And I remember seeing you live for the first time. There was this huge group of like really hardcore fans of yours. And I was like, I've never seen them live. I was like, I don't really understand. And then when you started doing your thing, I was like, oh, I get it. Like those are the kind of people that are gonna be behind you hardcore. And we love a good bad guy.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. Do you think there's anybody back there you're currently like learning from? I know the locker room has some veterans in it.
Definitely Mads Kruger, Hammerstone, Davey Richards, King Mo when he's there. Even Mr. Thomas. I mean, all of these guys have been wrestling for way longer than I have. And I just kind of got here. So like, there's so much to pick up. There's so much to do. I love when Conan's there. Homicide. Man, Court even is a really good guy to pick his brain. So there's definitely a lot of knowledge around me, and I'm taking advantage of it.
Well, I guess speaking to the title that you just recently won, how did it feel winning the ladder match? I think that's an easy question we got to get to.
Man, I guess like as a shoot, like it was definitely a relief because I was like, okay, this ladder match is finally over. But I guess like as a character, like when I pulled it down, to hear the boos from like the back of the building radiating to the ring was probably the greatest feeling ever. Like it felt like being cheered, but it's a negative reaction, but it was great. I was like, yes, we have them. We have them in the palm of our hands.
Yeah, you were totally over in that moment. Yeah. And there was so many it was good that they had so many fan favorites in there too. Because it made it even better when you pulled it off. Especially since like you're not the ladder match, the guy they would take as a ladder match, you know.
Hell no, that was my first ladder match. That was my first ever ladder match. I remember when I saw that it was announced, I'm like, what the hell are they thinking? What the hell are they thinking? Who decided this?
Right.
I was like, how do you prepare for a ladder match?
Well,
climb a ladder a bunch of times, which I did. But
I was gonna say, at least now you can say you got that first ladder match out the way. You got the win. So far, you're batting 1,000 when it comes to ladder matches.
I'm batting 1,000 when it comes to ladder matches. You know what? I'd like to keep that at that number.
Keep it at that number.
We ain't got to do no more.
You're like, one is good enough for me.
One is good enough. Cross that off the wrestling bucket list.
Are there any other promotions you're focused on this year? Is it? I know you just recently you had Hammerstone for the PCW Ultra Championship because I got to see a lot of that match, which again, like the charisma is great. Is there any other promotions you're focused on this year, or is it just whatever falls into place?
I mean, really, it kind of is whatever. As far as like big promotions, like Wrestling Prestige would be cool. I can't do GCW. New Texas Pro. I'm trying to get into Texas. I think I'll be doing like Pale Pro in a month or two. But like, yeah, really, kind of whatever falls in my lap. I mean, there definitely are some like major ones that are normally on my mind, but like when it comes to like being put on the spot and having to tell somebody, can't ever do it.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But I'm really just trying to spread the Suplex Assassin to wherever the Suplex Assassin can go, and whoever is going to pay me the money to do that.
Yeah, man, exactly. You got to get that money too when it comes to it.
Yeah, man. So MLW just got this open door policy. About a month or two ago, they started doing promos for it. I know Cross came to Charlotte. I don't, the tapings from Charlotte haven't come out. So I don't know exactly what's happening. But speaking to the open door policy, I know Duke wanted to ask about talent coming in.
Yeah, basically one of my questions was like you said earlier, you're relatively young coming into the world of wrestling. You've mixed it up with a few names already. Is there anybody that you would want to see walk through that forbidden door, if you will, so you can get in the ring and mix it up with them and learn from them or whatever?
I think I have like 4. Josh Alexander, Daniel Garcia, Lee Moriarty, and AR Fox. Those are my 4 to walk through the door.
I'm not gonna lie, that AR Fox one sounds pretty good.
He was funny enough. He was like my first like 3 matches when I was training, like coming, like we do like a school show every Thursday. So he was like my first 3 matches. But like I want to wrestle him now that I'm like that I know who I am and I'm good at this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually pretty dope.
I didn't think of Josh Alexander. That's a really good one. Yeah, to see the guys go head to head.
I was supposed to wrestle him last year, but the show that we were doing, like they just canceled. Like they canceled their entire promotion.
Oh wow!
And it was like a few days before we were supposed to wrestle. I was so fucking excited,
Dang.
But I think somebody's gonna end up booking that match. It would be stupid not to.
Yeah, and it's so easy to write because you two are such high grapplers. It'd be easy money.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! Can't wait to wrestle fucking Davey Richards too.
Yeah. That one I'm excited for. I'm a huge Davey Richards fan, so that one I'm excited for.
Nicest guy on the fucking planet, and he's so it's like he's so humble. It's funny, but like every time I watch him wrestle, I'm like, dude, you are so fucking good. You're just so smooth in everything that you do. This shit is insane. Like the match he had with ACH, I don't know if that's aired yet, or did it air? It might have. I don't know, but when it does, from Texas, that match is fucking insane. Like fast paced but smooth as fuck. It's crazy.
Yeah, he definitely is smooth when it comes to in-ring work.
Yeah, I think he was featured on here too as one of ours when he came out of retirement.
Yeah, that was me. I featured him on here.
You know, the thing that sucks is like before, like when he came, I guess like before like the MLW draft, like I mean, I didn't really keep up with independent wrestling or anything like that, so I had no idea who he was. And then I went and looked up his stuff, and I'm like, this dude is a god.
Yeah.
This dude is a god. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, I've been slowly since we started this podcast, I've been slowly discovering like all the legends on the indies that nobody really talks about anymore. And guys that were coming back that were just absolute veterans that you wouldn't know if you were just watching, you know, all the big shows that you hear about. And I think MLW helped bring me back to that too, because that was one of my first like big things to watch every week, and finding everybody. But moving on from that, going back to you being on American Top Team, how was that experience in itself?
I mean, I really didn't get to like, I guess I really didn't get to like reap like the full benefits of it. Because like I feel like there were still like iffy with the COVID stuff when I initially got signed. So I didn't get to like go to like a facility or anything like that. And then when I announced, because I announced, I would say sometime last year that I was leaving American Top Team. You know, since then I haven't had Mo at my side for the longest time, and I still don't know what the hell is going on with that. But yeah, I still don't know, and he's my manager. But I think now that I have like the Bomaye Fight Club and like I'm building that, and I really am starting to reap the benefits of it. It's really I wasn't expecting people to like, I guess, like get behind it so much because I'm a bad guy. But it has been a really, really unique experience.
Yeah. Let's talk. So is that gonna be a cross promotional thing? Like, what is the Bomaye Fight Club? What's like
The
the
Bomaye Fight Club is my child. It's my child. It's something I came up with, and it is my fight team, my fight club. Hopefully, I get to with the office. The office is approved. I get to expand it the way that I want to expand it. But it is my child, and I'm nursing that I'm nursing it.
Well, it's a killer name. Let's start with that.
Yes. So, funny enough, Court Bauer, the boss, the man behind MLW, he made me watch. There was like a 4-part like documentary on Muhammad Ali, and he made me watch that. And I think it was around like episode 3. It was like the Rumble in the Jungle, and the Congo was screaming "Bomaye Ali, Bomaye Ali, Bomaye." I was like, "Yo, that would be fire. That would be a firefight team name." Got the ball, got the juices rolling, got the wheels turning. But yeah, man, it's all about finishing your opponent and killing them quickly and efficiently.
Is there anybody?
It's pretty cool that.
Oh, go ahead. Dude.
I was gonna say I think it's pretty cool that that sometimes some of the best ideas you can come up with just come at like the spur of the moment. Like you just sit there, watch a documentary, like you just said, and you go, "Dang, you know what? This would make a good like team name or a good fight club name." And then you just kind of manifest it, and it becomes its own thing.
Yeah. What were you about to say, Stevie?
Well, I was gonna say, dang, Duke had a good response. It kind of threw me off track. I was gonna say, who is there anybody on the roster currently that you're kayfabe scouting for the team?
Man, I want EJ and Duka. I want EJ. I really do. If Calvin wasn't being such a bitch, I would want Calvin too.
Yeah.
But Calvin's out here being a whole hoe. And a half. Jesus Christ. ACH would be a cool little addition. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it as far as the roster goes. That's about it.
We won't give away too many names. Well, Leo Rush is coming back. Is that somebody you think will be an ally or an enemy?
Man, I hope he's an ally. I don't care how fast you are. I'm gonna let you run and run until you tire out, and then I'm gonna get you.
Yeah, I could see it going either way because you guys have a same air of confidence that I feel like could work for the both of you. But at the same time, your styles are so dynamic that I feel like you guys in the ring might be just a little bit better.
Oh yeah, that shit would be nuts. That match would be fucking crazy. Oh man.
And I think you could probably throw them all around the ring.
I would launch Leo. I would launch that man into the stratosphere.
Yeah, so hopefully he's an ally. But yeah, I think we might be done. Duke, is there any more questions you have for the Suplex Assassin?
Yeah, I had one more. Like he just mentioned Leo Rush is coming in, and for me, I'm always in my head of, matchmaking and fantasy booking and stuff like that. Outside of MLW, relatively with someone you can name, is there somebody that you would like to get in the ring with, like outside of MLW?
Man, I think when Cesaro got released, I had several people like tagging like, I want to see Alex Kane and Cesaro. I would like the match. I'd like to do the match one because it would be cool to wrestle Cesaro, and it would also be like cool to like satisfy those people.
Yeah. I would say for me personally, I don't know why I feel like you and I can't think of his new name off the top of my head, but I think you and somebody like John Morrison would be a good mix up because you guys don't have the same style, but you guys could bounce back and forth off of each other and do some crazy stuff.
That would be fun. That would be fun. I'm down. I'm down for that. Bookers of the world. Down for that.
Bookers of the world. Yeah, let's speak it into existence. I had two other questions actually. One's a gamer question because I feel like you're also looking forward to the 2K coming out.
Yes, I am, but I'm only really looking forward to the My Rise because really only play WWE games for is for the little career mode type deal, and I really hope that it's not trash. Because what was it like? Was it 20? Was it 2020? Yeah, 2020 was garbage.
Yeah,
that was completely stupid. I'm gonna play through somebody else's life. No, stupid. The male character was complete garbage. It was them trying to give like a female my career, but they should have just given it instead of like also their fuckery. Because I saw a trailer today about My Rise, and I think you're able to pick between a man and woman, and I think that their stories are different, and they're not together. But I guess they are now finally giving you that women's My Career mode, or My Rise mode. But like, I just hope it has replayability because like I have my PS2 over here. I can plug that up, play either Here Comes the Pain or Shut Your Mouth. I especially Shut Your Mouth and have fun with it. Like I already know what the story is. I know what the story is, but just playing through it again and the freedom that you have is so much fun. So I hope that My Rise has that same replay value to it, and like also like I hope it has that same amount of freedom because it said there's like a bunch of branching stories that you can have. But I hope that you actually have a choice, and it's not like, oh, you have to do this because the 2K22 one, like there are a few decisions that you can make, but like it puts you in this like dystopian world. Like there's one where you make and you end up wrestling in like a gym or whatever. There's trash everywhere. For some reason, the production is still really, really nice, but like there's trash everywhere. There's no fans or whatever. And you're wrestling like Baron Blade or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they keep pulling Baron Blade out. I don't know why he's a continuous character on these games.
I don't get that shit either. And they like he started him. I think they started him as like an actual character, and then like in that game, he's this fat old dude or whatever who's training people. Like, what is going on? Baron Blade is a stupid name, or whatever, and then it's also a stupid character.
Yeah, it's very weird. Okay, and then the other question is had you stayed with American Top Team, I'm fantasy booking now. And they had taken American Top Team into AEW like they have it now. Are you staying with American Top Team, or do you think if you had an offer to join Team Taz that you would hop over and join Team Taz?
No, I would have stayed. I mean, everybody and their grandmother when Team Taz put together, like, oh yeah, you belong here, belong here. I'm like, no, I do not, because Team Taz, like Team Taz is cool and all, but it's like, it's nothing like I thought a team managed by Taz would be like. Absolutely nothing like that, or whatever. Like none of them are like Will Hobbs. Will Hobbs is cool and all, but like he's not a shooter. Ricky Starks isn't a shooter. Fucking Brian Cage isn't a shooter. The only shooter that they have is Hook. But is Hook even really a part of Team Taz? Does Team Taz even exist anymore? What are we doing here? And then they brought in the FTW championship, but for some reason, AEW is like, you know what? We're gonna let you have this title on TV, but we're not gonna recognize it as a championship for whatever reason, which is really stupid. Why do you have belts on TV that you're not gonna recognize? I feel like if somebody else was writing for Team Taz, like it would probably be way cooler than it is. But right now, it's just a name. And when they said rebuild assassins, I was like, y'all been watching. Y'all have been watching. Y'all been watching. Give me my money.
Uh-huh.
All right, man. I think that's everything we got. Dude, do you have anything else?
Yeah, no, that's everything, man. Thank you for coming on. I'm glad we could get you. Thank you for giving us some of your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Man, it's been truly a pleasure, man.
All right. Well, guys, that's Alex Kane, the Suplex Assassin. You guys can catch him on MLW and have a blessed one. You guys already know. Stay up, stay blessed, and as always, stay dangerous.